Barrage is a worker placement game that lasts 5 rounds. Each player is one of 4 national companies aiming to prevail in the race to produce energy in the French Alps, building dams, conduits and powerhouses. With the variable setup, you will position neutral dams, different basins and scoring tiles, both for end of round and end of game scoring. Each player gets a personal board, with a unique ability to unlock when the third powerhouse is built, and an executive officer with another unique ability always active. All the players start with the amount of money, excavators and concrete mixers indicated on their executive officer tile, 12 engineers, the same set of technology tiles and a starting contract. During the game, take advantage of the positioning of your structures, steal water from your opponents, and produce energy at the right time. Plan your strategy considering the scoring tiles and your personal abilities. In each round, the players use their engineers to perform 1 action per turn until they run out of engineers. With the building actions on your personal board, you can build dams, elevations, conduits and powerhouses using the required machineries. Place the engineer or engineers required. Choose the structure you want to build. Insert the correct technology tile in the construction wheel, along with the required machineries. Rotate your construction wheel by 1 segment and position your structure on the map. The machineries used are not spent and become available again when the wheel makes a complete turn. Dam bases cost 3, 4 or 5 excavators, depending on where you build them, mountains, hills or plains. Dam elevations cost 2, 3 or 4 concrete mixers, depending on where you build them. The first powerhouse costs 2 concrete mixers, the second 3 concrete mixers and so on. Conduits cost 2 excavators times the value of the conduit itself. Remember that whenever you build on red spaces, you also have to pay 3 credits. There are also action spaces on the main board. At the workshop section, you can accelerate your construction wheel if you don't want to wait for it to make 1 step for each building action you take. At the machinery shop, you can buy more machineries. Dams can hold 1, 2 or 3 drops of water, depending on their height. Water drops will flow down from the mountain basins at the end of each round, and they will be blocked by dams. But with these actions you can add even more water. 1 drop that immediately flows, or 2 drops that will flow at the end of the round. At the bank, take a number of credits equal to the number of engineers you place in this action space. When there is a complete network of dam, conduit and powerhouse connected, and if there is water stored in the dam, you can start produce energy. Bear in mind that you can only do that if the dam is your color or neutral, and if the powerhouse is your own. You can use any conduit, but if it is not yours, you have to pay 1 credit and 1 victory point to the owner for each drop that you transform in energy power. All these actions let you perform 1 production action with bonuses or maluses. Be quick to get the best action spaces. During a production action, you can take from 1 to 3 drops stored in a dam and make them flow through a conduit to your powerhouse. You gain as much energy as the number of drops times the value of the conduit, plus or minus the bonuses indicated on the action you chose. Track the energy produced on the energy track. The used drops then flow down from your powerhouse and stop at the next dam, or they flow off the board if they don't find any dam that can hold them. Let's take a look at the other actions on the board. It is very important to get contracts to fulfill, so during your next production action, if you produce at least the amount of energy indicated, you gain valuable bonuses. At the patent office, you can buy advanced technologies. You can use them to build the same structures as your initial technologies, but with discounts or bonus points. Remember that when you use red action spaces, you also have to pay 3 coins. The round ends when all the players used all their engineers. The water flow phase begins. Take all the drops on the basins and make them flow along the rivers, stopping when they find dams that can hold them. When a dam is full, with the number of water drops equal to the dam's level, the next water drops will flow past it. Then there is the end of round scoring phase. The player who produced the most energy gains 6 points, the second 2 points. Each player gets credits depending on their position on the energy track. If you produced enough energy to reach the scoring section of the current round, you can entirely score the scoring tile. If your energy marker is in a previous section than the current round section, you will activate the scoring of the bonus tile, but you must reduce the bonus tile reward by 4 points for each section you are behind. If your energy marker is before the number 6 space on the energy track, you won't activate the scoring of the bonus tile. And if you produce no energy at all, you gain 3 credits but lose 3 points. The turn order is then updated, starting from the player who produced the least energy. Reset all the energy markers to the 0 spot. A new round starts. Get all the bonuses indicated on your board by an exclamation mark that you unlocked while building structures. Refill the basins according to the next round levels. At the end of the 5th round, after the end of round scoring, proceed to the end game scoring. Gain victory points according to the objective tile. Score 1 victory point for every 5 items of any type left, machineries or credits. Score 1 victory point for each water drop held by your personal dams. The player with the most victory points wins. You are now ready to play Barrage.